retired police personnel and their families under the aegis of the Police Retired Officers Forum of Nigeria on Monday blocked the gate of the presidential villa in Abuja in protest. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, the 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck northern Japan on Monday, Japan's meteorological agency said, issuing a tsunami warning for waves up to 3 meters. The quake hit at 4:53 p.m. in Pacific waters off northern Iwate Prefecture, and the tremor was strong enough to shake large buildings as far as Tokyo, hundreds of kilometers away. The earliest tsunami waves could reach the northern shoreline immediately, the weather agency said. Footage from the national broadcaster NHK did not show any immediate visible damage around several ports in Iwate. The Prime Minister's office said it had set up a crisis management team. At number 9, the governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, has expressed confidence that the ongoing remodeling of Osogbo Stadium will meet international standards, including requirements set by FIFA once completed. According to a post by Adeleke's spokesperson, Olawale Rasheed, on X on Monday, the governor made the remarks after a project review session of the stadium upgrade, where he also announced that the facility's seating capacity will increase from 4,000 to 15,000 upon completion. He said the project is designed not only to modernize the stadium but also to position Osun State as a destination for major sporting events. At number 8, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted consignments of cocaine and cannabis concealed in food flasks. The agency said 12 large parcels of cocaine weighing 2.80 kilograms were discovered hidden in the false bottom of food flasks bound for the United Kingdom via a Virgin Atlantic flight from the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. A statement on Sunday by the agency's spokesman, Femi Babafemi, said the seizure, which took place on Tuesday, April 9, 2026 at the airport's export shed, led to the arrest of 2 cargo agents, 33-year-old Ama Obinna Ufem and 39-year-old Ogabi Monday Akorede. He said further investigations identified a 52-year-old freight forwarder, Agoro Moninuola, as the sender of the consignment. At number 7, the Kwara state government has announced that all public and private schools across the state will resume academic activities on Monday, April 20, 2026, marking the commencement of the third term after a 3-week holiday. The announcement, according to a statement issued on Sunday by the press secretary of the Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development, Peter Amogmonjaye, followed extensive consultations with key stakeholders in the education sector. Speaking at the ministry's headquarters in Ilorin, the State Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development, Dr. Lawal Olorungbebe, said the agreed resumption date aligns with the academic calendar for the third term. At number 6, the governor of Benue State, Alia, has called on the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board to reschedule a new date for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination for 8 candidates who were kidnapped last Wednesday. Alia made the appeal on Sunday at the government house in Makurdi, where he received 15 rescued victims of the kidnapping, including the 8 UTME candidates. On April 15, gunmen stopped a Benue Links bus along the Benue Bonds Bricks area in Osogbo local government area of the state, robbed passengers and whisked several of them into the bush. At number 5, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, has arrived at the headquarters of the Northwest Joint Task Force Operation Fasanyama in Gusau, the Zamfara state capital, for his maiden operational visit. The defense chief was received on arrival by the theater commander, Major General Wara Idris, alongside other senior officers of the operation. General Oluyede inspected the quarter guard before proceeding to the theater command's conference room for a closed-door operational briefing. During the visit, the Chief of Defense Staff is expected to address troops and later hold a meeting with the Zamfara State Governor, Dauda Lawal. At number 4, oil prices surged Monday on a re-escalation of hostilities in the Middle East war after Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz at the weekend, just a day after reopening it, citing the United States blockade of its ports. However, lingering hopes that a deal to end the 7-week crisis continued to support equities, even as Tehran said it was not currently planning to attend peace talks. Crude plunged while US and European stocks rallied Friday after the Islamic Republic said it would again allow ships to pass through the waterway, through which a fifth of global oil and LNG gas usually passes, citing the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. At number 3, the federal government has dismissed reports claiming there were hidden spending and diversion of federal revenues. Minister of State for Finance, Taiwo Oyedele, in a statement issued in Abuja on Sunday, described the reports as a misrepresentation of findings contained in the latest Nigeria Development Update by the World Bank. According to him, recent media interpretations suggesting that a significant portion of Federation earnings were being diverted were inaccurate and based on a misunderstanding of Nigeria's fiscal framework. At number 2, the People's Democratic Party will be holding its first National Executive Committee meeting at the party's headquarters, Wadata Plaza, after police unsealed the secretariat last week. The PDP secretariat was sealed in November last year after a violent clash between the Tani Muturaki-led National Working Committee of the party and the Abdulrahman Mohammed-led Caretaker Committee, who were both laying claims to the party's leadership. However, an appeal court judgment in March invalidated the Ibadan Convention that produced the Turaki-led PDP leadership. The judgment, the Abdulrahman-led PDP, which is heavily backed by the FCT minister Nyesom Wike, relied upon to conduct the Abuja Convention. At number 1, police personnel and their families under the aegis of the Police Retired Officers Forum of Nigeria on Monday blocked the gates of the presidential villa in Abuja in protest. Their protest is against the continued inclusion of the Nigeria Police Force in the contributory pension scheme, which they described as fraudulent, illegal, inhumane, and obnoxious. The retirees said the protest is aimed at urging President Bola Tinubu to assent to the police exit bill passed by the National Assembly on December 4, 2025 and transmitted to the presidency on March 16, 2026. That's all for now. See you next time on What's Happening.